Welcome to this 20-minute practice. I'm Meg from Move Like Water Collective, helping people move better from the inside out through the benefits of movement, calisthenics, and nervous system regulation. If you're here doing this video, this is something that can be absolutely self-paced and self-guided, and it has plenty of layers if you'd like to spice it up. As always, I really encourage warming up your wrists. This particular sequence today will only have a short warm-up, so if you do need to take more time, then take more time. If you need a mat for your knees, grab a mat for your knees. As I said, this is a beginner and also advanced friendly workout, depending on what layer you would like to do. We're going to be moving through 3 particular movements for about 60 seconds each and going for a total of 3 rounds. All right, we're going to start firstly just onto the ground, waking up between the scapula, the shoulders, and the wrists. As I said, if you need longer to warm up, then please take that space. All right, so from here, we're going to push the floor away, and we're going to start with some barrel rolls, moving the body to the right, bending the elbows, and then pushing up and over, looking for a nice rounded spine at the top of the movement. Elbows bend, sternum comes down, over to the left, and then up and over. And we'll go 2 more rolls like this before changing sides. If you're not yet already, I really encourage you to go over and check out my new website, movelikewatercollective.com.au. Change direction. Over on the website, I now have on offering not only in-person classes in the Port Stephens region, but also plenty of online courses, workshops, one-on-one sessions, and also 3-month immersions where you can actually really look after your health from the inside out through the lens of the nervous system. So go over and check it out, and while you're doing that, make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe. All right, from this destination here, we're gonna bring the knees wide, we're gonna send the hips back over the heels, ripple ourselves up and over into a plank position, opportunity to open through the front of the chest. So just finding your movement here, up and over. You roll through the body, thinking about pulling the sternum forward, shoulders back. So lifting up, child's pose, and rippling up and over. We'll take 1 more of these before landing down into the ground and opening up our shoulders. So up and over. This time, as you come down, bending through the elbows, right arm goes out, and we're going to take a scorpion roll over here. Same deal on the other side, left arm goes out, and we roll. These should feel pretty good, so enjoy them. Try to relax your head as you come back down to the ground. We'll take 1 more each side. Actually, we'll take an extra one here, so we're going to roll up to seated. Right arm goes out, left arm comes in, swivel the legs through and land into a 90-90, straight into our hip swivels here. This is a really fun floor to work on here at Infuse. It's nice and slippery, which is great for any floor flow movements. As we're working through here, feel free to add in a little bit of a fold and get into your piriformis. Right now, at the posting of this video, all my online courses and workshops are actually 50% off until December 24th. So make sure you jump on there and have a look if you are looking to improve your foot, knee, and hip health. Maybe you're looking for some nervous system regulation tools, or if you would like to be a part of my 3-month Shift Your Self-Talk immersion, that's going to be starting in February 2026. All right, we're going to take 1 more of these. All right, and then from this destination, we're just going to open up through our hip flexors, and we'll just go 5 of these today. So we'll get started into our movements after this. As mentioned, if you do want anything more to warm up, please, of course, take your time and spend a few more minutes warming up your body. We're going to change sides. If we sit into chairs, of course, this area here, across the front of our psoas, our quads and our hip flexors get really tight. So it's so important to make sure that we're doing the opposite of sitting in chairs, being on our devices, and of course wearing shoes. Alrighty, we're going to go through 1 more of these. And then we'll take a little bit of a rock and roll up to standing. So if you're rocking and rolling, have a little play with bringing the feet down, maybe, landing a little bit of a squat. So let's hang out here for a little bit just because it feels really nice. It's quite nice to massage out the spine, feet coming wide, and then we'll land into a little bit of a squat here. So if you do need to hang out here a little bit longer, then please do. If not, I'm going to just go through the 3 movements that we'll be doing, and of course I'll give you opportunities as we move into the second and the third round to add on or take away as mentioned. The first round movement is a really nice pistol squat kind of exploration, so to speak, and also working a lot of compression. Looks like this, come down through squat. When you bring your hands down, the closer you are to your feet, the harder it will be. I compress, as in I push the right hand down, elevate through the body, kick the right leg through, point the toes, squeeze the quad, create the space with compression, left hand down, left leg kicks through, come back into your squat position and we roll up to stand. So that will have a few little additions into the second and the third round. Our second movement is a little bit of Eastern leg strength. So we start in this bent knee position. I'm going to be floating that right leg across like a Cossack squat, bending the knee here, tucking the leg behind into a dragon. Now I want to get the knee on the outside of the calf, and maybe you lift the leg up, and I'll show some other variations as we move through the practice. From here, I go straight into a hip hinge, keeping my right knee bent, and then balancing all the way up to stand, to then repeat it on the other side. The third one is our hip swivel to push-up position. So 90-90, we swivel, and you'll walk out to a plank position, knees or toes, elbows in, chest to floor. Working through push-up, drop the knees down, turn back the same way, rotate out into plank, core on, elbows in, and back up. Right, that's it. Let's get it started. I'll be putting a timer on. It's like 9 minutes. But in saying that, there will be a little bit of rest between rounds, and the third round, we're just going to go for it. You can add on a 4th or a 5th round if you'd like to make this a little bit more spicy. Have fun. All right, so we're prepping for our first round here. We've got our squat into our pistol squat transition. Just get a feel for it in the first one. We've got 60 seconds worth of work. I'm a big fan of moving slow, and if you want to add speed onto the second or third round, then this is your adventure playground. Let's get ready to roll. Squat position, right hand comes down, compress, kick the right leg through, point the toe, squeeze the quad, transition to the left leg through, and then roll up to stand. Nice, let's go again. Squat, right hand down, leg goes through, compress, roll. All right, just continue. Really want to make sure that you point the toes, squeeze the quad. When you kick the leg through, quite resemblant of a pistol squat. You are trying to get your pistol squats is a really nice way to try to help that. "20 seconds. If you need to have more space, just bring your hands a little bit further away from the feet, right? So it gives you a bit more space to kick that leg through. All right, last one here. 3, 2, 1. Take a little bit of a rest on the first round, not long though. Our next movement, of course, we've got our balancing, we've got our balancing little squat here over to a Cossack dragon squat hip hinge. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Balance on the left leg, step the right across, keep the knee bent, knees a hinge joint. Cross the leg behind, get a feel for your dragon squat. Keep the right knee bent, hip hinge, and then up to stand. All right, we go again. Step, left leg bends, right leg behind, your version of dragon, hip hinge. I'm really making sure I'm keeping my standing legs bent in the hip hinge, just looking after the hamstring. We're staying low into our squat the whole time, except when you stand up here. So really getting that single leg work. So step, bend, tuck behind. In your dragon squat, it is not a curtsy lunge. You'll see in the second and third round, I'll take it into a full dragon squat. You're squeezing the thighs together, getting the knee on the outside of the calf. Hinge. This will take us to our last one. I'm already starting to sweat. Behind and extend. All right, take a seat. One more in the series. We've got our side swivel to push up, which can always be modified to a plank. It doesn't have to be a push up, but we're going right now. So as you work through your hip swivel, you'll come out to your plank position, elbows in. Get your chest as close to the ground as possible. You always turn the same way. All right, so I'm facing you guys. When I come out of the push-up, my knees go down, push back, roll on the bum, swivel the hips, and over. It might take you a little bit to get it, but have a play with it. It's the reason why we challenge the mind a little bit, right? To keep you present in your movement. You know, it's kind of like going on a treadmill or being on a phone the whole time. If you're not there with your body, then you're not going to get the results that you're putting in. So be 100% present through your movement the whole time. All right, keep it going, guys. 15 seconds. You can always do your push-up on your knees. You can always skip the push-up and stay in a high plank. Time for one more. All right, pause. First round done, let's take a moment, just shake it with your breath. Nasal, belly breathing. Let's just take a few rounds here before we go into round number 2. If you're interested in more stuff like this, I've just released a subscription for $11 only a month over on my new website, Move Like Water Collective. And over onto that website, what you'll find there is a collection of videos of movement, yoga, and joint work that will keep you moving from the inside out to complement any form of training you do. So make sure you go check that out. That will all be kicking off January 2026. In saying that, guys, we're going into round number 2. I'm going to just add on some options. Feel free to follow along and give it a go if you like. All right, same movement here, down through squat, out to pistol. 3, 2, and 1. As we're coming down, now, what we might want to throw in is a little bit of a jump between the sides and then roll up. So you can add a little bit of pace with this one. Put the hand a little bit closer to the foot to work a little bit more of that representation of a pistol squat, or absolutely stay with the version that I first did in round 1. If you're doing the jump, it's kind of like a handstand transition. You're pushing the floor away, compress, and through. The jump can be as little or as big as you like. Coming down here, transition, woo, and then that will take us to time. Not so long in between our rests now. We're going straight into movement number 2. Option to add a handstand or an L kick. Balance into the left, step over, bend the knee. Your version of dragon, maybe full version is there, and maybe you add in a little handstand hop. Coming up, over, bend, tuck. Again, your version of dragon, and it can be a little hop, something like that. Balance up to stand. Over, bend the knee, your version. Personally, this is one of my favorite movements. I love the feels of this one. Definitely feels quite different side to side. All right, guys, we've got time for one more. Over, bend, behind, your version, and hinge or handstand. My goodness, whew, straight into the next round. All right, not too long, like 10 seconds in between. This time, option to add yourself a double push-up if you like. So roll the hips, coming up and over. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's even 3 push-ups. Come back and roll. Remember, we do have another round after this, and if you do want more spice, feel free to do it a few more times. Adding on your own flair, your own movement, that's what it's all about. It's not about copying me, you guys are your biggest teacher. It's always about listening to your body. Oh my goodness, definitely sweating. Got 30 seconds left. I reckon this will be our last one. We've got 15 seconds. Maybe slow down the push-ups. Makes it a lot harder. Core on, make sure your lower back's not collapsing. And breathe. All right, we're gonna take 1 minute only. If you would like to go straight in, go straight in. I'm gonna take the rest. Nasal belly breathing, lips sealed. In for the nose and out through the nose. What I'm trying to do here is communicate to my nervous system through my breath that we're now safe, so the body can recover quicker and have much better blood flow, more oxygen. So I'm extending my exhale slightly to help communicate from my vagus nerve, from my body to my brain, that we can cool down, it's now okay, because we're about to go again. Take one more inhale. And an exhale. Alrighty, final round. Opportunity to add a few kick throughs this time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come down, kick through. Kick through. If you'd like to add a couple more, choice is yours. And then roll up. Again, if you'd like to include that little hop, maybe that was fun for you. Have a little play. Kick through. Maybe add on a third or a fourth, and then back up. You can even stay down there if you want, right? You can even stay for a couple. Have a play with a few handstand hops. Definitely feels different, side to side. Woo, definitely heating up. Nearly there, guys. Oh my goodness. 15 seconds. You want to work more towards your pistol, kick it forward, maybe you hold for hooks, maybe you hold for a moment, transition sides, find the pistol, hold. That's time, well done. Oh my goodness. All right, definitely much more spicier this round. All right, going into our balancing, dragon, handstand. Slow this one down, nice eastern leg strength here, slide. Your version of a dragon. Handstand or hinge. Bring it back. Balance, single leg work here. Even if it's 2 in the minute. Go. Make sure that we never medially rotate, knees a hinge joint. Tuck behind. Your version. Have a play. All right, 25 seconds. Time for one more. Over, around, wherever you are. Woo, take a moment where straight down to the ground. This time, option to add a scorpion push-up, where we flick the tail over. We actually did it in the warm-up. Have a look, give it a go. I'm gonna come over, into plank, into push-up. Elbows down, low gate position. Flicking the right foot over, back to push-up, left foot over, back to push-up, and up. If you'd like to continue that, we've got another 50 seconds. You want to stay in a nice low gate position, elbows in the whole time, and I'm looking the opposite direction that my foot is going. Oh my goodness. This is it after this. Down, scorpion, stay low, scorpion, press. I'm definitely getting quite fatigued, 25 seconds left. You can do one scorpion, you don't have to do 2. Just alternate sides if you do that. Last one, 10 seconds. Over, push up if you can. Shoulders down. Breathe. Take a minute. Try to, as quickly as possible, seal the lips, breathe through the nose, belly breathing. When you exhale, you very quickly communicate to your nervous system the environment is safe. 30 more seconds here, maybe 3 or 4 breaths. Relax your traps. Relax your face. Bring the breathing right back down to the belly and out of the chest. Take one more inhale. And an exhale. We're just going to finish with some really loose spinal rolling to finish, just because that's what I feel like doing. I love this movement. This actually, I remember watching Kellen, amazing movement coach. His page is phenomenal. I'll actually share it in the comments. I really encourage following him. He has incredible movements, and this is where I got this from. So we roll on our spine, and all we're going to come up and do here is just take a bit of a reach. So just putting the spine in flexion. The second time we come through, see if you can get into a bit of a straddle, and also reach. Now you're just going to find the version of straddle that works for you. Okay, so as you're working through these 2 movements, we're just looking at flexion in the spine. Nice opportunity to open the hips. Should feel really good. Take a few more here. Last 2, roll, reach. Last one, roll, straddle, and reach. That's it for today's session. It's a really nice session. That was actually just a movement practice that I did for one of my clients, and hopefully that you guys can also get something out of that too. As mentioned, in the new year, I have rebuilt my whole website, offering one-on-one coaching programs, 3-month immersions on how we can shift our self-talk, regulate our nervous system, and create lasting change for good. And I also have plenty of online offerings there for any form of wellness that you're after. We have to remember that I'm only here as a guide. I can't fix you, I can't change you. I can only offer what I have been taught from my own teachers over the years to give you guys the tools to take the reins, to take the remote, and be in charge of your own vehicle and your wellness moving forward. So jump on over to www.movelikewatercollective.com.au or over onto my Instagram page, Move Like Water Collective, and give me a shout out, and I'll send you through some information on what is happening in the new year. And as a reminder, at the time of this video, everything on the website, all my online programs and coaching and products are on sale until December 24th. Thanks again, everyone. Make sure you give it a bit of a like. I would love you to subscribe, and also let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that and what you would like to see more of.